Coming up, we'll be on location at the Olney Center for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, discussing the latest advances in facial rejuvenation and how they can help you look younger, more refreshed, and achieve that beautiful skin that you've always desired with one of this area's top oral and maxillofacial surgeons, Dr. Anis Tabyanian. Welcome, Dr. Tabyanian. It's great to have you on the Top Doctors Interviews program today.
Thank you very much for having me. My pleasure to be here with you.
All right. We have a lot to talk about. You do great work in oral surgery. You're an oral and maxillofacial surgeon. You also do great work with facial rejuvenation, helping people look younger, regain their confidence, feel better about themselves. And I'd like to kind of talk about some of the latest advances in facial rejuvenation. Can you tell us what some of them are and how they work?
The new technology is going more towards minimal invasive procedures. Before, if you wanted to make your face look younger and reverse the process of aging, the surgical intervention was the only option you had. But now, with the advance of the technologies, we can do all of that or very close to a surgical results with minimal invasive procedure. That's why we are offering a procedure that basically enhances and recontour and rejuvenates the entire face using the technology of radio frequency, which is a type of heat energy. And by providing the heat energy to different layer of the skin and the fat underneath the skin, we can produce the contraction of the skin, tightening of the skin, contraction of the fat, tightening of the fat, and producing a lot of collagen that are naturally produced under the skin and giving the face a very natural and younger appearance.
That is very impressive because surgery was the only option to get that kind of result for patients. And we all know that surgery is risky. There's a lot of discomfort, a lot of downtime, a lot of recovery. Definitely not the first choice for patients, but to know that this technology exists today is a great option. What are some of the procedures that are utilized to get these results?
There are two different procedures that we are utilizing this radiofrequency energy type. One that is minimal invasive, we call it either face tight when we are treating the lower face and the neck area. And one is called acutite when we are dealing with around the eyes or forehead or a smaller area that needs to be tightened and rejuvenated. These are done by making just a small hole on different area, and the probe will go under the skin into the fat layer, and then the energy will be deployed and will do its magic.
That's amazing. So basically, it's an in-office procedure. How long does something like that take?
It's an office procedure, and majority of the patients can tolerate this procedure under local anesthesia. Depends on the part of the face that we are treating. It can range from 45 minutes to 2 or 3 hours if we are doing the full face rejuvenation.
That is, again, very impressive. Is there any downtime for this, or is it something that people can just go back to work and function?
The beauty of this technology is that the downtime is minimal compared to the surgery. For instance, if you get a facelift or blepharoplasty or brow lift, the downtime is quite long. Or if any type of a skin resurfacing, like laser skin resurfacing, these procedure will give you a good result, but very long recovery period. With our radiofrequency technology, the downtime is minimal. There is no scarring, no cutting on the skin. And for the most part, patients after 3 or 4 days can go back to their work and not even have any signs of having done any procedure on their face.
Again, that's very impressive. I mean, the technology has really come a long way, Dr. Tabyanian. Who would you say is a good candidate for this procedure?
Both men and women from their 30s, mid-30s to mid-60s with any type of a skin tone are great candidate for this procedure.
That's great. So it's not limited or restricted, because I know there's lasers and things that only work on certain skin tones, but here there's not those limitations.
Yes, the beauty of radio frequency technology is that it can be applied to any skin tone or skin color.
It sounds like a no-brainer to be able to turn back the hands of time, get that refreshed, younger looking skin and face without any surgery. Again, it's something that is a no-brainer.
As a matter of fact, it can easily take 15 to 20 years off the process of the aging of individual face without cutting any part of the skin.
That's great to know. And how many treatments are necessary for this procedure to have the optimum results?
The procedure that gets the face tight or acutite that basically works under the skin surface into the fat layer will be done once, and the result usually can last for 7 to 10 years. There is other form of the radio frequency, which is by microneedling, and we call it Morpheus 8. And that's microneedling that goes into the depth of a skin and the different depth of the skin, and releases radio frequency for production of more collagen, more youthful collagen. That can be done once a year as a maintenance to keep that fresh appearance.
And to have that natural appearance but look younger is a huge benefit for patients.
Indeed it is, and majority of people do not like to have that plastic look. So this technology gives a very mild, natural, youthful appearance.
Well, that's wonderful to know. Thank you so much, Dr. Tabyanyan, for joining us today, informing us about these great procedures. And I want to thank you again for being a guest on the program.
Thank you so much for being here. It was my pleasure to be here with you.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank you.